Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and this is a repeat customer. I've been doing this carpet probably, I think, about 10 years or so. I do it once or twice a year. It's in very good condition as far as soiling goes, not a mark on it. No visible soiling, although it is packing in the traffic lanes. It's a pretty soft carpet, and it's a loop. But it really is standing up very well, of course, because I'm maintaining it on a regular basis. And of course there's a protector applied as I clean. And that helps the carpet to resist soiling, and if things are spilt on it or whatever, they come off easier with any attempt to remove any spot, or in the cleaning when I come. They do have a cat in here, and apparently it does do upchucks on the carpet, but there are no visible marks from that. I didn't ask him what he uses to get it out, but whatever he's using is obviously working. And there are, as I say, there's no marks being left behind. So anyway, I've got the master bedroom there, the closet, bedroom here, hallway, and then this office area. And then I do actually have a couple of small area rugs as well to do downstairs, but we'll just show this. So there's no visible soiling. It wasn't a single spot that I could see. And so this would warrant just using a single step. And as you can see, I'm using the Rubbermaid Rayon Polypropylene green stripe pad. I think that's the first time I've used it on this carpet, actually. And you notice that I sprayed the carpet where I started there. I actually did that for the benefit of the pad more than anything, just because I wanted to make sure that when the pad started up, it would have lubrication there. So I don't really see any need for any pre-spray anywhere. So I'm just, of course, and as I normally do, I am just shower feeding. And that's my normal procedure. This is what I've been doing now for 29 years. And it works fantastic. It takes a little bit of practice to get skillful at it, so that you're getting the exact right amount of moisture and solution applied to the carpet. But once you get the hang of it, you realize that it's a very, very efficient way to go about cleaning, and it works very well. It gives you very good control over what's happening on the carpet, because you can react in real time to things that you run across on the carpet immediately. You can increase, or you're decreasing the amount of solution that you apply, and that makes you we got a knot there. I hate knots. But anyway, yeah, that just makes it more efficient as you're cleaning, and it keeps you on your toes when you're constantly thinking about what you're doing as you do it. And I think that's one of the reasons I like it, because it compels me to remain engaged, because, you know, just moving the machine back and forth can be a little bit monotonous, and sometimes you can find yourself wandering away in your head. But I find that that doesn't occur when I'm using the rotary and shower feeding. I think that's the way I find it anyway. This is actually a townhouse. It's in a little community, and they're all kind of crammed in there pretty tight. And It's a nice little place, but they're a little on the small side. Well, mind you, it's got two floors, so anyway, they're nice in here. They actually have separate garages, which is a nice touch. So this is, of course, cleaning up very well, as it always does. And of course, I did a very thorough pre-vacuuming all over. Now, it didn't actually look like it needed to be pre-vacuumed, but I know they have the cat, and I know that my vacuum works very well, and I don't assume that the customer, even if they did vacuum, necessarily were as thorough and fastidious as I am when I vacuum. So I always do the pre-vacuuming. Anyway, you can see how easily this machine moves, and it's doing, of course, 360-degree cleaning passes per second on the carpet. And in the last few videos, you may have noticed, if you're watching my videos, that I've been putting on the description ULM. Now, obviously, what this method, or method of low moisture, is more known as is VLM, or very low moisture. But way back in the beginning, when I began, I actually decided I wouldn't call myself a VLM method. I actually, even on my website and even in all my marketing, I've actually always called myself ULM, which would stand for ultra low moisture. That's just, hate that. That's just the way I presented what I'm doing. I don't really push it much, as I kind of adopted the SETT acronym as far as describing the actual method, but it's in the category of a low moisture process, so I always called it ULM on my website and on the marketing materials that I've had. I actually have a logo created, and if you're curious about that, you can go onto my website, Oxy-Dry.ca, and on the homepage at the bottom, there's a bunch of logos that are scrolling across, and it's in that sequence of logos there, 3 of them which I actually created, including the ULM one and the SETT one and also the MaxVac one. But anyway, I decided, in light of where we're going with the SETT narrative, that I'm going to be more obvious about that this is a ULM, or ultra low moisture method, just to separate what I'm doing and from everyone else. I've always tended to be a little more of a independent thinker, and I guess it's that's one of the reasons why I did that. And actually, I'll tell you the reason why. Here's the reason why. I remember years ago, there was somebody who was on one of the forums talking about how they were a chem-dry operator, and they've been a successful chem-dry operator for many years. But they got the business expanded to the point where chem-dry decided that they needed to have another operator in that area. And so this person was told that, by the way, now it's time for you to split. And of course that would mean buying another franchise, even though they'd already been operating there for quite a few years, establishing the business. But they said, no, I don't want to pay for another franchise. Why would I do that? And so they didn't. And next thing you know, somebody else bought up a franchise in their area and went into direct competition with them. And maybe some of you guys have been around a while can remember, I remember not that long ago, that you would open up the phone book in some areas and you would see multiple chem-dry operators literally competing against one another for the same business and using the same method. And this was one of the thoughts in my head as I developed Oxy-Dry and how I wanted to market it and everything. I wanted to make sure that whatever things that I was saying, somebody else couldn't come along and pick it up and build on what I'd already created, as it were. I remember, for example, another business that I was involved in a few years ago was Von Schroeder, and they kind of were doing the same thing, although they weren't a franchise, but they were always trying to push that they wanted anyone using their system to identify as Von Schroeder Associates. But the problem with that is, again, if you're running a successful business and then somebody else comes along and they pick up the same equipment and everything, and then next thing you know, they're starting to advertise that they're also a Von Schroeder associate. Well, how does your customer know to differentiate that business from you and what you've built for years and years? So that was why a lot of the motivation behind why I created the, in fact, even Oxy-Dry, I've marketed it right from the get-go as not simply a carpet cleaning business, but rather a carpet cleaning method. That was always my intent. And then with the SETT acronym, to differentiate what I'm doing from traditional bonnet cleaning, but also the use of the ULM acronym, which again I haven't really pushed much in the last few years, but I'm thinking that it's probably time to run with that as well. So that's my thinking. Tell me what you think. I mean, I know that not everybody's going to think it's a good idea, but I think about marketing, and I think about it's not just about carpet cleaning, it's about marketing what we're doing, and that's something that I have always taken very seriously, and I think I do think outside the box, and I am not really keen on there, okay. How do I say this? Following along with everybody else. So that's why I kind of came up with some of these ideas. Anyway, take it for what it's worth. And anyway, I'm pretty much done. We'll take a look at the pad. Let's see how it's looking. What the heck's going on here? Well, that's weird. Oh, it's behind me. Okay, we'll take a look at the pad. Oh, I need to leave that. Oh, I'll leave it off for now. I'm going down the steps. That's my shut off there. But I gotta go down and do the area rugs down there. That's fairly soiled. Yeah. Okay, so we will continue on. I'll go downstairs, do the two of the area rugs. They're not very big. Like 8 square feet on one of them, and the other one's like 4 square feet. So I'll go do those, and then I'll come back up and do the grooming, and then we'll be done for this job. So anyway, thanks for watching, and have a good day.